Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Henry again on second down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. To begin the drive, the crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Buying time to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Bullock's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. He's going deep for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Dorsett. And shedding a man at the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Henry again on second down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Ferguson, the tight end. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back. Touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Carter, and he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Tannehill. The screen for Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Tannehill. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill on first down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And it's a Titans touchdown. Philip Dorsett, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Escaping the pressure right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Dobbins. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. So that a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Dobbins. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Returnable for Dorsett. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Tannehill. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
the kickers in today's...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returnable for Dorsett.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. Fighting through and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Second down and 4.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Jackson on first down. catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Tucker's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
A run with Henry on 1st down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
This is Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Tannehill. And he's got Dorsett complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it running right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run here with Carter. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And running with power here. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. 2nd and 11. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?